If you guys have been buying olive oil, I don't care if it's extra virgin olive oil, organic olive oil, any kind of olive oil, I'm about ready to turn your world upside down. Hey guys, my name is Cohen here at Riverside Homestead, and if you're brand new here, welcome. And if you guys are into prepping tips, emergency preparedness, and most important, news and awareness that affects you, be sure to start this video off with a like, hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date, and let's begin. Welcome back, folks. My mind was blown on this one because I'd never even heard of this. And trust me, I've been doing like prepping for years. Preparedness type mindset type stuff, looking at ingredients and all that. And why I haven't come across this, I'm like, seriously? So I threw it at some community members and they were like, nope, 100% true. And then gave me all of this feedback. And now I want to give it to you. So getting started, if you guys appreciate this awareness type stuff, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. That lets me know you like it, and let's dive in. So this is the video that got me off on this rabbit hole.
What is the biggest food industry fraud you've ever witnessed?
Olive oil.
Are you anti-olive oil?
No, I'm going to get hit by the mafia here. Most olive oils imported from Italy are cut with seed oils. That's why I always say know where your olive oil comes from, and you'll taste the difference. It's a true extra virgin olive oil is one of the most boldest, sometimes bitter flavors.
I was starting to watch this and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. What? I don't know how many times in the past. It's not what I've used for a very long time, but you think that's the go-to oil, right? And by the way, stick with me and I'll tell you a couple really good options that I use.
Bitter flavors. When America started going Mediterranean diet, Italian food, olive oils, this mafia in Italy started importing or exporting olive oil.
So he's saying that they cut it with seed oils, exactly what a lot of you guys are trying to get away from, and go down that rabbit hole on seed oils, and you guys will see what all the buzz is about. So I was like, is this true? I've got a whole bunch of you guys in the community that send me stuff. So I went to you guys. I was like, is this true? Have you guys heard of this? Brenda quickly sent me this Italian mafia made olive oil. Clearly it's been a thing. And she also quoted 100% true. Now, if you guys don't use olive oil too much, stick with me because I'm about ready to give you a bunch of really good information anyway, just so you're knowledgeable. Now, this guy says between 70 to 80% of olive oils labeled extra virgin are adulterated with cheaper inflammatory seed oils, which means when you think you're boosting your health, you're actually destroying your hormones. That is, when you take these fake oils to a high temperature, creating lipid peroxides, for men especially, they attack your testosterone production and you wonder why you're tired all the time. And on the flip side, when it comes to real olive oil, it's one of nature's most powerful testosterone allies. Check this out.
Don't cook with these oils. This might surprise you. I also don't think you should cook with avocado oil or olive oil. Why? Because these are between a seed oil and something like tallow or coconut oil in terms of the saturation. So even though a good organic cold pressed olive oil or avocado oil is better than a seed oil, you still don't want to heat it. If you want to use these oils, maybe you use them on a salad. I don't know why you'd eat a salad in the first place, but don't heat avocado oil or olive oil. They're not meant for that. They're going to get degraded when you heat them. Even though they might have a higher smoke point, that is not the same thing as the peroxidation index, which gives you an indication of when the oil becomes damaged by the heat, when it becomes oxidized. So do not cook with avocado and olive. I know that's going to be surprising. You're welcome. Don't cook with seed oils. Don't cook with canola, corn, sunflower, safflower oils. They're very high in linoleic acid. They're very unstable at high temperatures. What I would cook with are fats that are solid at room temperature, things like coconut oil, tallow, which is rendered beef fat, or butter. If the butter is going to burn because you're doing high heat cooking, use something like ghee, which is clarified butter.
Okay, so that was some pretty good information. So let me tell you what I use personally before I get to a test where you guys could actually perform something in your refrigerator and find out if the olive oil or extra virgin olive oil that you have at home is the real deal or if it's fake. Now, we've been using avocado oil for a long time. We switched away from olive oil a long time ago, went to avocado because it's got that high smoke, high heat tolerance. We use that a lot, but like he said, better sources are like beef tallow, butter that are in a solid, or even coconut oil. Those oils that are a solid, and I'm telling you, the beef tallow is definitely getting more popular. But from a natural standpoint, beef tallow, natural butter, I know back at our other place, we tend to buy the natural Amish butter which is, I'm sure you can guess how real that comes. And it's absolutely delicious and real. So if you can try to find that stuff locally, local farms, local shopping centers, that hasn't been like ultra processed. If you're the type of person that has to order something, I'll put some links down in the description, or I'll put them down here at the bottom, just so you guys can do a little research and check those out for yourself. Now, I know a lot of you guys like Barbara O'Neill. She puts out some amazing stuff. This is the gal right here. But what she has to say supposedly is 70% of olive oil is fake. Here are some tips when buying olive oil. Number one, avoid light olive oil. It's highly refined, heated to high temperatures. Olive oil has 0 trans fats. If there are trans fats listed on your label, that bottle has been cut with canola oil or some other nasty oil with trans fats. That's a huge indicator. Like that's the one that when you guys are reading labels, you want to keep in the back of your mind, because that's a giveaway. Number 2, avoid olive oil in clear bottles. Light is the enemy of olive oil. And I'm sure those of you that have been shopping olive oil for a long time know that. If not, there you go. So look for olive oil in dark bottles, preferably glass. Number 3, when buying olive oil, buy extra virgin olive oil, cold pressed and organic. It doesn't guarantee it's 100%, but at least you got a fighting chance and it'll help. Number 4, look for harvest date or lot number to make sure it's pure. You want to consume it no more than 3 years from the date. And I've heard 3 years or less, all the way to 3 months. So those are some supposed Barbara O'Neill tips. But even cooler than that, I can give you guys a test that's floating around on the internet that you guys can do at home in your fridge. Check this out.
Which one of these extra virgin olive oils are real and which ones are fake? And you can find out by doing the refrigerator test. What I'm gonna do is pour each extra virgin olive oil into a jar and put it in the fridge overnight. If it turns cloudy, it's real. Clear, it's fake. Here we go. We got all of the olive oils in their jars and labeled, ready to put in the fridge.
Like I said, guys, allegedly this guy says this is the way to find out if your stuff is real or fake, and you can do it at home.
And tomorrow morning is the moment of truth. Here we go. It looks like just one of the extra virgin olive oils turned cloudy. Can you guess which one it is?
Is that not nuts? All of those olive oils, if this is a legitimate test, which I think it probably is, so let me know if you know otherwise in the comments, but out of 5 olive oils, only 1 turned cloudy in the fridge, which he is saying indicates that it's actually the real deal, meaning it hasn't been cut by other seed oils.
It looks like just one of the extra virgin olive oils turned cloudy. Can you guess which one it is? First up, we have Bertolli. They claim to be the world's #1 olive oil brand. It is in a plastic bottle and clear. Next, we have olive oil from Israel in a tin can, and again, clear. Number 3, we have the HEB brand. Again, it's in a plastic bottle and clear. Number 4, we have Costco's 100% Italian in a dark plastic bottle and it's clear.
So wait a minute, all those years that I went and got the Costco stuff, thinking it was really, really good, for one, it's so commercialized that it's in Costco, right? Second part, they even downsized it from glass bottles to plastic bottles, which is another Barbara O'Neill no-no. And with the refrigerator test, it still comes out clear. Crazy.
It's clear, which means that California Olive Ranch is the only real extra virgin olive oil according to the refrigerator test. Now, honestly, I do not know how legit this fridge test is. I'd love to hear your comments below, but I will tell you this. If you're looking for a good EVOO, make sure you get a dark glass bottle. Make sure it is a single country of origin and also a harvest date within the last 18 months.
He says 18 months. I would lean closer to 18 months than the 3-year mark. I mean, that's if you want freshness. The dark glass, 100%. I'm actually surprised that the one that won is California Olive Ranch. Like anything California just seems rough these days, but there's a lot of agriculture in California. That is for darn sure. Real quick, what are people saying? This Ilua says, that's what I was thinking. Real olive oil is usually bottled in dark glass. Another part, Fred's Farm says, right, and make sure you're not using it to cook. That's a big deal. Like if you guys are using it to cook, you might want to use the solids like the guy mentioned in the first video. Even me using the avocado oil to cook, it makes me want to switch over to more using those solids because I know there's some truth to that. First, this person right here, Leo Sidious, put clouding is indeed an indication of the authenticity of olive oil as it's due to the natural content of the waxes, other substances in genuine olive oil. Truth Seeker 11111 says California Olive Ranch is being sued because their olive oil blend, a blend of 3 different countries, was not 100% olive oil. If you want a real olive oil, get it from Italy. And it looks like he provided a link. It says San Michael Organic. So these are probably some pretty darn decent ones. I'll try to find some links to these because usually people that know what they're talking about won't put links to good stuff unless they've done their own research. And you guys can do your own research as well. So I did a little bit of reading. These guys and the way that it reads look like the real deal. So if you guys love your extra virgin olive oil, you may want to try to shoot for this brand. For this person says, can't believe anything good came out of California. And that's kind of like my mental process. And I know it's horrible because there's a lot of good people and a lot of good farms down in California, but that's the reputation that all of the negativity down there has given them. Anyway, like I said, the guy said that he didn't know if that was a legit test. Some people, I went down through all the comments and some people are saying he had the test backwards. The clear is the good and the cloudy is the bad. But it seems like there's something to the refrigerator test if you guys want to look into that. But I will try to find some of these links to the better stuff. And remember, avocado oil is something I've been using for a long time. But when it comes to cooking, you might want to switch to solids like butter, like beef tallow, coconut oil, and hopefully this brought some value to you and some awareness that a lot of these, and they're saying 70 to 80% of extra virgin olive oil out there is not the real deal and cut by seed oil. And did I validate it? Yes, I validated it. In fact, here's a list of things that you can look up to validate that, in fact, extra virgin olive oil and olive oil has had the problem of being cut by seed oils. You can look up Europol's Operation Opson, which targets food fraud, including olive oil. Number 3, research studies by the UC Davis Olive Center on olive oil adulteration. And you guys will quickly see, and I AI searched it and everything, and it said, yes, in fact, that there is major fraud in olive oil. More reason to do your research, more reason to stay on your toes. And again, if I find some good options, I'll put them in the description so you guys can check them out. If you guys found value in this, please share this out. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Hit that subscribe notification bell if you guys like staying up to date. Got a lot more coming down the pipe. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you on the next one.